Hello everyone, this is Eric from the Chance Group. As we all know, the liver is the largest digestive gland in the chicken body, and it plays a very important role in chicken metabolism, intestinal health, feed digestion, bile production, detoxification, immunity, heat production, and regulation of water and electrolytes. Because the cycle of broilers is short and obvious, liver disease rarely occurs. Liver problems in broiler chickens are easily overlooked. However, the liver of broilers can be affected by mycotoxins in the feed, high fat content, and the use of drugs, especially in the problem of mycotoxins. For example, the temperature in Latin America is generally high, and the mycotoxins in corn of Mexico imported from some countries such as the United States are generally high, and the damage to the liver of broilers is more obvious, so affecting the growth performance of broilers. Problems with liver function can cause the following 7 points of affect the performance of broilers. The first one is the big broilers. The big broilers with light weight, because the liver produces bile, and the main function of bile is to help the digestive and absorbed fat and fat-soluble vitamins. If there is a problem with liver function, there will be less bile production, which will result in poorer fat absorption and slower weight gain in broilers. And secondly, it will lead to the slow growth. Broilers need protein for growth, and the absorption of protein lies in the action of various digestive enzymes. The production of digestive enzymes mainly comes from the liver. Problems with the liver function will lead to insufficient enzymes production and impediments in protein synthesis, which will result in the slow development of various tissues and organs such as internal organs and muscles, which will eventually lead to an increase in FCR. And thirdly, feed intake is hard to increase in the later stage, because the liver function problems will lead to insufficient bile production, resulting in poor decomposition and absorption of fat. Therefore, broilers will selectively reduce the total daily feed intake to reduce the burden on the liver. In addition, the fat content in broiler feed is generally higher. If the liver function of the chicken body has problems, it will lead to lower feed intake. This is also the reason why people with poor livers cannot eat much fat. And fourthly, after the vaccination, the immune response is poor, which leads to high immune failure rate. And due to liver function problem, the function of the enzymes is not enough, which leads to protein, including immune protein synthesis obstacles and reduced antibody production, which affects the immune effects of the vaccine. When the liver is damaged or harmed, its detoxification ability decreases, and it cannot fully degrade metabolic waste, toxins, and drug deposition products into low toxic or non-toxic residues. These toxins accumulate in body and cause auto-poisoning or drug poisoning, which leads to decrease in immunity and poor immune response. And the fifth part, the ammonia in the chicken house is heavy and which is prone to respiratory diseases and intestinal diseases for broilers. The production of ammonia nitrogen is mainly caused by the residue of amino acids and protein in feces. The absorption of amino acids in broilers mainly depends on the small intestines and enzymes. If there is a problem with the liver function, the production of enzymes will be insufficient, and the amino acid metabolism will be hindered, which will lead to an increase in the production of ammonia in feces. The protein also needs enzyme to decompose. The insufficient amount of enzyme production caused by the abnormal liver function will cause the broilers to not fully decompose the protein in the feed, resulting in an increase in the amount of nitrogen produced in the feces. Due to the substantial increase in the residual ammonium nitrogen in the feces, the poor ventilation of the chicken house itself, large amount of ammonium nitrogen accumulates in the chicken house. The ammonium nitrogen will stimulate the respiratory system of chickens. When the concentration of ammonium nitrogen in the air is higher than 200 ppm, it will cause respiratory diseases in chickens. The occurrence of respiratory diseases leads to chicken air sacs and then secondary tuberculosis. And 6. The effect of medication after broiler disease is poor, and it is easy to recur. First is poor liver, resulting in decreased plasma protein synthesis and low binding rate of drugs and plasma proteins, and decreased drug half-life, which will affect the therapeutic effect. And secondly, poor liver affects the conversion of liver glycogen. The body lacks enough energy to resist disease. Heavy liver burden, insufficient blood oxygen, unable to synthesize normally, and supplement the required protein and enzymes, resulting in poor physical fitness of broilers and susceptible flocks. Due to the poor treatment effect, viruses and bacteria quickly infect the broiler after the drug is stopped, resulting in repeated outbreaks of disease. This is why the sick and the dead chickens we dissected have the same characteristic. The main reason is poor liver function. And 7. After using kidney medicine, broilers still have kidney enlargement and drug poisoning. Kidney problems are mainly caused by poor metabolism and severe urate deposition. If the liver function is poor, the macromolecular proteins that the liver has not decomposed will enter to the kidneys, leading to the deposition of urate. Therefore, in the case of liver damage, the use of kidney-building drugs cannot fundamentally solve the problem of the kidneys. Even high-dose drugs for kidney building can increase the burden on the liver, thereby aggravating liver damage and reducing liver function. In summary, we can see that the importance of liver in broiler farming, and the saying goes, broiler farming mainly depends on management. So, good broiler management should start with the liver health care. Let's ensure broilers have a healthy liver to escort a good farming efficiency. Thank you. See you next time.